Hey guys, welcome to Drop Time, the self-proclaimed #1 podcast that covers the latest sneaker releases. We're your hosts with the most.
This is Jamal.
This is Luis. Make sure to check us out on Twitter at @droptime_ and also on Instagram at _droptime.
All right, today is August 29th. We are almost done with August. That went pretty quick. Would you say that, Luis?
It went very quick, man. I still feel like we're still in June. It's barely about to start.
I feel like we're still in 2020. I feel like 2021 ain't even happened yet.
No, yeah, I agree, man. Like whole 2021, it just feels like just a quick pass. It's sort of like a dream, and it's not a good one. I can say it's a nightmare.
I mean, I don't know. It hasn't been that bad. Better than 2020, I would say.
I
guess. Know about you, maybe you having some stuff happening. Maybe you're not hitting on these sneakers releases. Maybe that's the issue.
Nah, I think it must be. You know what it must be, Jamal? It's you not hitting on dunks, bro. I'm hitting on dunks.
I mean, you shouldn't be having a nightmare about me, but I appreciate the sympathy. But before we break down the last week, let's give you a quick rundown of what we'll see this upcoming week. So Sunday and Monday, 29th and 30th, we're not going to see anything as of now. Tuesday the 31st, we will see the Nike Dunk Low New York versus New York's. Also, the Nike Dunk Low Grade School Pink Foam. Then on Wednesday the 1st, we will see the Air Jordan 1 Mid Brushstroke, as well as the women's Air Jordan 1 Mid Hyper Royals. On Thursday the 2nd, we'll see the Nike Dunk Low Georgetown's. The Air Jordan 1 Low OG Starfish, we did see these drop already, but a few more places will be dropping them, as well as sneakers will be dropping the women's sizing. And then we also see the Nike Dunk High First Use Grade School Green Noises. Those ones were delayed. Finally, supposedly they're going to be dropping on the 2nd. Hopefully that actually happens this time. And then on Friday the 3rd, we will see the Nike Dunk High Midnight Navies, Air Jordan 4 Golf Military Blues, women's Air Jordan 4 Shimmer, a restock of the Air Jordan 1 High Pollens, Air Jordan 1 Mid Hemp, and another pack of the Undefeated by Nike Dunk and Air Force 1 5 on it. And then to end off the week, on Saturday the 4th, we will see the Social Status by Nike Dunk Mid Chocolate Milk and the Air Jordan 6 Bordeaux. So definitely a pretty solid week. I think there's a bit more things to be going after this week compared to the last week, but definitely last week was not anything to skip out on. And I guess let's just get into it. You got anything else, Luis, or we'll just get into last week?
Let's just go into last week, man. There isn't really anything to add.
Okay, sounds good. So Tuesday the 24th is when we kick things off. First thing we saw was the Adidas Forum Wings 1.0 Jeremy Scott Money. Retail on those was $200. Resale right now sitting about $222.60, which honestly I'm pretty surprised. I thought these were kind of gonna brick. As we talked about before, this used to be a really popular shoe. It kind of died out a long time ago, but I don't know. I guess there's some demand for this. So it seems like, at least it's not something I even thought about going for. I don't know about you, Luis.
It's something very different. It's not something I would buy. You know, this is very like 2000, like early 2000s, I guess.
Oh, easily, yeah.
Yeah, so this doesn't really fit like the norm that's established right now. So if you were to wear this, people would be like, "What are you doing?" You know, this is something I don't know. This kind of gives me something like closeout vibes. You know, like closeout shoe vibes, like the shoes that get taken to the outlets.
That's true.
That's sort of the vibes that I get.
They were for a long time until, I guess now. I don't know what changed, but that's what they were for a very long time.
Yeah. See, well.
What you gonna do? Hey, anyways, whoever copped, I guess you ended up choosing the right thing and you made some money on them, so not too bad at the end of the day. But that's not it. There was another drop on Tuesday. What was the other thing we saw, Luis?
So on Tuesday, we also saw the Nike LDV Waffle Fragment Design Sakai's. They came out on two different colorways, the Blue Void colorway and also Light Smoke Gray colorway. So these released on Sneakers EU and a couple other different places. Retail $170, approximately resale for both $300 through $400 each. So pretty good resale right there. This was something that I didn't hit on. I don't know. Did you hit on these, Jamal, or not?
No, I missed out. It was unfortunate.
Yeah. So you know, it is what it is. You know, at the end of the day, sometimes you cop and sometimes you don't cop. You know, and this is one of the situations where we did not cop at all. But yeah, that was it for Tuesday. You know, solid Tuesday. Monday was really nothing on Monday. Wednesday, the 25th, we saw the Nike Dunk Low Grade School in the Game Royal Crimson colorway. So these released on Finish Line.
That was about it, and then everybody else was the next day.
Yeah, the following day, retail $85, approximately resale $110 through $140. I didn't get these. I didn't try. You know, it wasn't something really on my
Radar.
I was to say eyesight, but yeah, radar sounds even better. It wasn't something on my radar, you know. It wasn't really something I was thinking about getting him. So, you know, even though I do like the colorway, but it was a great school and it wasn't in my size, so, you know.
The problem is sometimes you have to make the decision, especially when you're paying tax and ship. Sometimes you have to make the decision, is it worth, like, by all means, for a lot of people, it's worth the $10-$20 profit. But I think, like, when you've been doing it as long as us, you kind of start to move away from that stuff. Like, the $10-$20 profit, by all means, is good. Money's money at the end of the day, and if you're getting a lot of pairs, then it's good. But I don't know. Like, that's stuff I used to go for. I used to be going for, like, when Yeezys would be like $10-$20 profits, I'd be getting as many as I could because I'm like, hey, why not? But I don't know. I feel like sometimes, like, at some point, you kind of move away from that and you're just looking for, like, the big stuff to hit. Which isn't necessarily the best way of going about it because then you miss out on a lot of stuff. But it is what it is at the end of the day, I guess.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. I agree with that 100%.
But that wasn't it for Wednesday. We also saw the women's Nike Dunk Low Soft Graze. These retailed at 100. Resale right now sitting at about 130 to 200, so definitely not too bad at all. Not the easiest shoe to get, but it's pretty clean color. It's too bad for a lot of people like Luis that it didn't get sizes big enough for them, but it's honestly not too bad of a color. But that was it for Wednesday, and then on Thursday was the first thing we saw, Luis.
So on Thursday, the first thing we saw was the Air Jordan 1 Low and the OG and the Starfish colorway. So this released on Sneakers, Nice Kicks, Foot Sites, and a couple of different places that get Jordans. These are definitely something to go after. So if you didn't go after them, I guess you just took an L, dude.
A massive L, actually. These are going crazy money.
A capital L, you know, in life size.
There you go.
Retail 130, approximately retail 220 through $300. So definitely something to consider getting. I didn't cop. I tried. I took an L on everything. So, you know, it is what it is. I don't know if you copped Jamal. Did you?
No. These were extremely low stock. They were definitely. I mean, the resale kind of shows how hard they were to actually get.
Yeah, that's true. They're next to impossible, man. But, you know, we still had an opportunity. I guess, well, it's not an opportunity. Something that we saw on Wednesday that came out again on Thursday. What was it, Jamal?
So we also saw the Nike Dunk Low Grade School Game Royal Crimsons drop at a few more places. So Sneakers dropped them, and then a couple other retailers also dropped them. Not sure why Finish Line decided to do it a day earlier, but it is what it is. So yeah, like Luis already broke down, 85 retail, resell 110 to 140. So congrats to anybody went after those and was able to get a few pairs. But then on Friday's 27th, we saw the Nike LDV Waffle by Fragment, designed by Sakai Blue Voids. So these dropped on Sneakers. Pretty much everybody else had already dropped alongside Sneakers EU. What was that, on Tuesday?
Yeah.
And then it was Sneakers US delayed for whatever reason till Friday. The light smoke gray color is going to be dropping on Sneakers US. That's going to be on the 8th, so not this week, but the following week. So don't worry, those are still set in the future to be dropping. So definitely keep a lookout on that. But resale and retail, like Luis already broke down, 170 resale, $300 to $400. So definitely congrats to anybody who was able to cop those. It was a solid one, and make sure that you look out for the smoke grays next week. But that's not it. A few other things dropped. What was the next thing we saw, Luis?
So we also saw the New Balance XC72 Casablanca in the orange green colorway and the red gold colorway. So these released on New Balance Casablanca, retail 150. Approximate resale for each of them was 150 through $230. So there was an opportunity to make some money right there, but just really depended on the size that you got.
Yeah, the one thing I noticed is I was looking when I was making this breakdown. I was looking at it, and there's hardly any bids up for these. Like, there's, like, you see, I think it's a bit deceiving when you see asking prices and some of the sale prices, there's not that many sales. There's not that many bids. The ask prices are all like 250 to 300, and I think it's just because not many people are out there trying to sell them, so people are kind of thinking this is like the one time that people aren't undercutting everybody, which is amazing to see. But yeah, so you might get some resale on it, but from what it looks like, it's definitely not an easy shoe to sell. It doesn't seem like the demand is there where it's a really quick flip. You might have to sit on a bit to try to sell it.
Yeah, but you know what? It is what it is, man. At the end of the day, it's a flip, and you know that's what we love. We
Yeah,
love
that's all that
flips.
matters. That is true. But there was one other New Balance on Friday. We also saw Concepts do a New Balance 5740. Retail on these was 150. Resale sitting about 160 to 200 right now. So nothing too crazy. I think it's a decent shoe. I personally wouldn't care to wear an orange shoe, it's like an orange red. I personally wouldn't care for that. Luis might be able to pull that off, but I just need to go basic. That's too bright for me. But they dropped on New Balance, or not on New Balance. They dropped on Concept. Maybe we'll see a drop later on New Balance. But congrats to NBA was able to get them and went for them. They weren't the hardest shoe in the world to get. They sat for a bit. So you definitely had a chance. At the end of the day, not everything has to resell like crazy. Sometimes it's good to have some personals that are easy to get. You don't have to stress out about. So this was definitely one of them, I feel. But that was it for Friday. And then on Saturday, to end off the week, first thing we saw was the Adidas Yeezy Boost 350 V2 Lite. So they pretty much dropped everywhere. All the normal places, foot sites, Finish Line, Dick's Sporting Goods got them this time, and a bunch of other places. Retail on them was 220 right now. Resale actually is doing pretty good. It's in 260 to 300. We'll see when people get pairs in hand if that changes drastically or not. But as of now, it's pretty good. I'm kind of sick of this color though. Like honestly, there's so many Yeezy 350s that are in this color. I don't know if a stripe changing from clear to orange in the sun is gonna make any difference. But
I doubt it, man. You know, I didn't go for them just because of that reason. I'm like, they look like every other Yeezy that's come out. So why am I gonna
like 5 other colors that are pretty much the same as this?
Yeah, like why even risk, like taking an L on that?
I agree.
That's why I just didn't go for them.
Yeah, I set it out also. I mean, obviously people making money. They are reselling as of now. So if you're selling them currently, congrats to you that you're able to get some and you went for them. But yeah, I don't know. It's just like I like Louis said, I feel like it was like there was a bit of risk in it just because there's so many shoes that look like it. I'm waiting. I mean, Jordan will do stuff like that where they'll come out with colors that are very similar to one another, but I don't know. I feel like Adidas is pushing it a bit too far with they're nearly making the same exact color over and over. I don't know. It is what it is. I guess at the end of the day, they don't really care because they sell out. So that's all that really matters to them.
Yeah, you know what? I wonder when it's gonna hit the moment where they're just completely plateaus, because at least I thought we were at that moment already.
It was looking like it for a while, and then the demand kind of picked back up, and it's been steady ever since. But yeah, it was looking like it was getting to the point where they just constantly were releasing a color so similar to each other, and people kind of got sick of the 350s, and they got sick of other ones. I mean, like what's the ones that have like no resale? That's it. 380s played out real quick. Nobody cared for those. So yeah, it kind of got to that point. There's still those few models, like 350s are still demand enough to the point you'll have some resale. But yeah, I'm waiting for them to, I mean, I don't know. I feel like at some point Adidas got to come up with something different.
You think so?
I mean, either something different in terms of like just a color that it's actually something unique compared to the rest. Not unique to the point that it's ugly, but unique enough where it's making a difference. Like what Jordan did with like when they came out with the Starfish colorway. Like we see it on the lows now. Like they've done it a bunch of different times in a lot of different ways. But that was like a new color that they've never done, and it hit. I think Adidas needs to come up with something like that for Yeezys, where it's a newer color and it works well, but it's not something that they've been doing like this one that they have, like these light yellow colors. I mean, it's kind of played out. Obviously, they can still do it because it sells out, but I guess it's at the risk of kind of making their shoe irrelevant or not in demand.
Makes sense.
Yeah, because you have to keep up the hype. I mean, I do wonder if that's something they talk about in meetings for shoes like these. Do they talk about maintaining the hype of the shoe? If they don't, man, they're missing out big time, because that's a very important thing.
You know what? We know we're not missing out on though. We're not missing out on the Air Jordan 4 Retro and the Lightning colorway that also came out on Saturday. I guess that was a release that kind of saved the weekend.
Oh yeah,
because
it did way better than I ever expected it was going to do.
Yeah, it did way better. Like we didn't really like. I kind of expected it would have done a little better, maybe like the Oreo, but it didn't. It didn't do Oreo numbers. But you know what?
It was not too far off though.
Yeah, but there's gonna be a restock of these.
Where'd you hear that?
I don't know where, but I heard that there's gonna be a restock.
That'd be nice because anybody that missed out, you get another chance.
Yeah, I don't know where I read this, but I read this somewhere. I might be just making it up to just call later on. Like we called it first, we called it first.
There you go.
But yeah, actually, I don't know. It'll be tentative, I guess you could say. But yeah, this release on sneakers, everywhere else that gets Jordans, retail $220, approximate retail $290 through $330. So that's some good money right there, man. But that was it for Saturday. Pretty good opportunity to make some extra bread last week. If you took advantage of it, then props to you. And if you didn't, then props to you too. But yeah, that was it. But yeah, this upcoming week, we see nothing on Sunday, aka today, 29th. We see nothing on Monday. But on Tuesday, that's when the week starts. What's happening on Tuesday, Jamal?
So the first thing we'll see is we'll see the drop of the Nike Dunk Low New York versus New York. These have been delayed like crazy, but looks like finally they're going to be dropping everywhere. They're going to be on sneakers. Foot sites are going to be getting them and a bunch of other places. Retail on them is $110. Resale right now sitting about $300 to $400. Obviously, that might drop a bit, but don't worry. This is definitely a pair that people are going to want. We've seen what the NY versus NY color does on other shoes, and it's definitely good stuff. So make sure you do not miss out on that. But there's one other shoe that's going to be dropping. What else is dropping on Tuesday?
So on Tuesday, we're also going to see the Nike Dunk Low grade school in the pink foam colorway. This is going to release on Sneakers, Foot Locker, Shoe Pals, and a couple other different retailers. Retails $85, approximately resale $120 through $175. So that's decent, That's some no boom money right there, as we recently coined that real Ukrainian money right there,
There you go.
That's almost like that's a full meal right there in the Ukraine.
That might be a full month rent, right? That's how cheap it is.
It's $150 a month for an apartment, man.
So you gotta get two pairs then.
Dude, my buddy out there, he keeps showing me these pictures, bro. He went to this restaurant yesterday. He literally ordered 4 entrees and like 2 shots of Hennessy, and it was $32, I think.
It really seems like we need to go out there,
dude. It's insane. It's like I don't even know.
I might start looking for plane tickets.
I looked for them. They're not even that bad.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, because I'm actually gonna go out there, like not to Ukraine, but like to Russia.
You might have to stop by then.
There. You could always join me, man.
All right, sounds good. We'll do the podcast remote.
That'll be a nightmare. Yeah, imagine that, recording a podcast not in the same room, the same office. That's insane, true. Bro. Who in the right mind would do that? You know.
That's a great question. I have no idea.
But yeah, that's it for Tuesday. But yeah, on Wednesday we're gonna see they're doing one Mid Brushstroke colorways. This is gonna release on Nike Desktop, in the USA. Finally, we see something released on Nike Desktop here in the US. That's not really common, I guess you could say, for like a release that's kind of popular. So
that's true.
It's kind of surprising because they're usually, Nike Desktop EU, not sneakers. But now we can
EU
say
EU definitely does a lot, but yeah, not as much in the US.
Yeah, now we can say Nike Desktop USA. Retail $130, approximate retail $130 to $160. So it's not insane money, but it's okay. That's like $25 burgers from McDonald's. Do they even have a dollar menu anymore?
I don't think so, but they might have brought it back. I have no idea. I haven't been to McDonald's in a long time.
Yeah, same here. I don't know, man. Anyways, we're also going to see the women's Air Jordan 1 Mid in that Hyper Royal colorway. This is going to release on Nike Desktop US, not sneakers. You heard it here first. Nike Desktop US. Retail $120, approximate retail $130 through $175. So, that's pretty good money right there on Wednesday. It's a pretty good opportunity to make some extra bread. Not something really, really big, but something nice, something nice. You can go to the grocery store, or shop in the organic section.
There,
Not that
yeah, you
many.
can upgrade to the organic. There you
Yeah,
go.
there's a really big difference between the taste of organic mango compared to like a regular mango. I don't know. I don't really know how that
Good info
relates
to
to
know.
sneakers, but
Well, now they can upgrade to that mango. They can taste that out.
yeah, drop time upgrading people's mangoes.
There you go.
But that's it for Wednesday. What's happening on Thursday, Jamal?
So first thing we'll see is the Nike Dunk Low Georgetowns. These are gonna be dropping sneakers and a bunch of other places. Retail 100, resale right now standing about 150 to 250. That's what we're expecting it to settle out about after the release. Definitely a solid color. Do not miss out on that. This is something you definitely want to go after. But we will also see the Air Jordan 1 Low OG Starfish. So that is the day. The second is the day that you'll be able to try to cop these again if you missed out. Sneakers US is set to release them in women's sizing. And then Foot Size and a few other places are showing they will have full run. So men's, women's, and grade school. So you'll have another chance to go after these. Obviously, you can see this is not something you want to miss out on. This is something you want to go full force on. Make sure you try to get as many pairs as possible because resale is ridiculous on it. But there is, yeah, you got something?
No, I was gonna say exactly.
Oh, there you go. You had the confirmation from Luis. Now you know this is what you want. There's one other shoe dropping. What is the last thing we see on Thursday?
So the last shoe we're gonna see is the Nike Dunk High first use in the grade school colorway, in grade school in the grade school size, green noise colorway. Same thing, Nike Desktop. Nike Desktop, dude.
On fire this week.
It's on fire, dude. I don't even know. That's what we're going with right now. Retail 105, approximate resale 110 through 140. So, it's it's okay. It's not that bad, but it's not okay. It's just right there. But yeah, that's it. That's the end for Thursday. But on Friday the 3rd, we're gonna see Nike Dunk High Midnight Navy. This is gonna release on sneakers, Foot Locker, and a couple of different retailers. Retail 110, approximate resale 132 through 2, approximate resale 130 through $200. So definitely pay attention to that right there. There's definitely opportunities to make some extra bread. Make sure you get the right sizes.
Yes, that'll make a big difference.
Right sizes right there. But that's not it for Friday. We still have a couple more releases. What were the other releases going on Friday, Jamal?
So what's set is the Air Jordan 4 Golf Military Blues. These are not 100% confirmed, but it is expected they will be dropping on Friday. Retail on them is $220. Expect very high resale. Right now we're predicting about $300 to $400. You might see sizes all the way up to $500. So yeah, as you guys have seen from the past, don't miss out on Air Jordan 4 golf shoes. They usually do very well, and this is one that I think will exceptionally do well. We'll also see the women's Air Jordan 4 Shimmer. Retail on them is $190. We're expecting resale to be about $220 to $300. Definitely a solid color. Keep in mind it only goes up to men's 10 and a half, women's I believe it's 12. Solid shoe to go after though. I think it'll end up doing pretty good. That's not it though. We will also see a chance to get a shoe that you might have missed out on before. What is that shoe, Luis?
So you're also going to be able to get the Air Jordan 1 High OG in the Pollen colorway. Footsight just showing restocks. That's not really something common lately.
No, nothing like they'll have like restocks like randomly throughout the week, but not when they have a set date. That's surprising.
That's usually to happen at finish line. It'll be like an early release or like a late release, but this is this is unprecedented. Actually, I added like a gasp in here, like something. I don't know. I wish
you just did that like that. You go throw that in.
No, but I'm saying like
different sound effects.
Yeah, like different sound effects. I might just leave that in right there.
There you go.
Retail 170, approximate resale $200 through $250. I know Jamal's gonna go after this. I know I'm gonna go after this. But the question is, are you gonna go after this?
They better be going after this.
Exactly. You better be going after this right here. But that's not it for Friday. We still have a couple more releases. What are they, Jamal?
We'll see the Air Jordan 1 Mid Hemp. These are going to be dropping on sneakers desktop, or on Nike desktop, not sneakers. Nike desktop, retail 120. We're expecting resale about 140, 175. It's definitely a solid color, very simple, very basic, but usually those are the ones that you want to go after and do well. So I definitely wouldn't miss out on those. Definitely a solid shoe to be going after. But what everybody is probably waiting for on Friday is this next thing that Luis is going to break down.
So we're also going to see the undefeated Nike Dunk Low 5 on it, and we're also going to see Undefeated Nike Air Force 1 5 on it. So these are both going to release on the Undefeated website. Both are retailing for $120, and both are approximately retailing for $160 to $240 each, respectively. What are you gonna go after, Jamal? Are you gonna go after the Dunks or the Air Force Ones?
I'm gonna go after both, and honestly, the Air Force Ones for the 5 on it pack that we just saw drop, the Air Force Ones are actually reselling for more than the Dunks. So if you're thinking only going for the Dunks, don't do that. Go for the Air Force Ones also. You want to make sure you're trying to get those also because, resale is doing very well on Undefeated Air Force Ones.
You heard it here first. But that's basically it for Friday. The good thing, these releases happen in the morning because there's always stuff to do in the afternoon. So definitely take advantage of your mornings. That's it for Friday. What's happening on Saturday, Jamal? Anything crazy? Anything insane? Anything social?
Yes, there is going to be a new shoe from Social Status with Nike. It's going to be Dunk Mids in the chocolate milk color. Retail on them is expected to be $130. Resale, we're looking at about $170 to $250. Obviously, that might be completely different. We'll have to see how the release happens. Right now, you do have a chance to go in store to get your raffle ticket. So make sure if you're near Social Status location, you want to go in store, get your raffle ticket for these, because honestly, these might end up, the raffle in store might end up being the best chance at getting a pair, and this is not something you want to miss out on. So definitely listen to that. Make sure you telling people, if you know anybody that lives by a location, make sure you letting them know, hey, go in store, get a raffle ticket, because that is something that you want to do. But the other thing we'll see dropping on Saturday is the Air Jordan 6 Bordeaux. Retail on them is $190. Expected resale is about $220 to $300. I honestly think it's a solid color. This dropped, I have to look at, these dropped a long time ago.
A long time ago, dude. Like a very, very,
early 2000s, I think it was.
Dude, I remember when they dropped, dude. I was there, dude.
You were there.
I was there.
You were in the, did you get a pair is the real question.
No, dude. I'm not a fan of Jordan 6s. They've always in my opinion, bricked. I'm never really
It's not even showing on StockX.
Huh?
When did these originally release? StockX not even showing the original ones.
Let's let me see, because I remember the Bordeaux. Everybody's like, yeah, the Bordeaux,
Yeah.
2015.
Oh, 15, okay.
Yeah, I remember these released, and they went on special, bro. Like, they were discounted.
Yeah, back then sneakers was a weird time. It was, Jordan 1s would sit back then. It was it was a weird time in shoes. That's definitely not something you might ever see again. But
wouldn't you wish to go back and just spend maybe $5,000 or $10,000 on each release?
You have no idea, bro. If you had those now, oh my gosh, you're making money like crazy.
Yeah,
that would have been nice, and you're getting them all at discount.
Yeah, man.
And they're also cheaper retail back then.
And the quality, quality is better.
That's true. But yeah, it is what it is. This is what we have to deal with today. At least there's still stuff to resell. At least something like this was to resell. So
yeah,
look out for those. They're gonna be dropping pretty much everywhere that gets Jordan's foot sites, sneakers, Shoe Palace, Shop Nice Kicks, all that good stuff. So look out for that. But that is the last thing that we will see dropping this week. I'm not sure we got anything else to add. It was definitely not the longest podcast, but definitely solid things and a very good week coming up.
Yeah, we zoomed through it, man. Because usually we need to zoom through it regardless, because there's always a bunch of stuff.
That's true, but it was kind of straightforward to the point this time.
Yeah, there wasn't that much discussion. Let me see. Anything to add?
Have you seen anything for Supreme this week?
No, I haven't.
They haven't announced anything yet.
They haven't announced it yet. Yeah, as of now, they havenent. They might announce it when they do.
I do hope if this year they do open that Berlin store, I hope they actually do a BOGO release online, unlike what we saw last time. Hopefully the BOGO release actually goes online for Berlin.
I think I saw the BOGO already for Berlin.
Yeah, it was I'm pretty sure it was just the German flag.
Well,
essentially, I think that's what it was.
That sounds like something we need to get.
Exactly.
But yeah, that's the end of this week's podcast. Thank you for listening to Drop Time, the self-proclaimed No One podcast that covers the latest sneaker releases.
And make sure you follow us over on Twitter. That is the key to your success. As we say every week, you want to make sure you follow us on Twitter, but the most important thing is you get those post notifications on. The post notifications are how you get alerted right when we tweet something out. That's either a restock, That's an update on when things are dropping with all of the links to the sites that are dropping them. So that is what you want to make sure you do. You get the follow over on Twitter and the post notifications on. But then you can also get see us over on Instagram. You'll get some early looks at some shoes as well as daily updates on what's going to be dropping the next day. But for the podcast, you can listen to all the major streaming platforms, Spotify, Apple Music, as well as YouTube. We do upload this on YouTube, so if you enjoy listening to it over on YouTube, don't worry, we got you covered. You can find us over there to listen to the podcast. But we appreciate it. It's definitely a very busy week, a lot of major things going on, so you do not want to miss out. Make sure you stay up to date and you are ready for all of this happening.
On behalf of the Drop Time team, we wish you good luck, good health, and good vibes around. Peace.